Hey guys, Fnaf 22 here with another video, and as you guys should know, I love Five Nights at Freddy's. I love collecting Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise. I love everything about this franchise, but my favorite piece of merchandise is the plushies. So I thought for today, with it being New Year's Eve and the last day of 2025, let's go over all of my Five Nights at Freddy's plushies. I have 3 totes of these guys, so let's jump straight in with my 2025 Fnaf collection. And to start this video off real quick, I want to go over all the jumbos I have sitting up here in my closet, just because I don't want to pull all these guys down. First off, I have the more recent jumbo Vanny. Don't ask about anything else up here. And then I've also got the Glitch Trap, the Rockstar Freddy, and then a Good Stuff Chica. I got all of these at different times. These 2 I got at store. All 3 of these I got at GameStop. With the Chica, I won at a carnival. So yeah, these guys are pretty cool. I just didn't want to pull them down, but I do have these guys. Alright guys, so we're going to be going by the games and not by the waves, just because I don't remember all the waves. So we'll start with like FNAF 1 all the way up to Secret of the Mimic, even though I don't have any of those guys. Kicking things off, and by the way, I am using a new mini microphone clipped to my shirt, so hopefully the audio is not bad in this video. Anyways, kicking things off with the OG, we've got our boy Funko Freddy Fazbear, obviously OG. I have so much history with this guy. Absolutely love this guy, one of my favorite FNAF plushies. And of course, after that, you can't go wrong with his right-hand man, Bonnie the Bunny, both original Funko plushies. I have both of these. Freddy was one of my very first plushies. Bonnie is more of a recent one. And then I've got to skip over that atrocious Chica plushie because we got our boy Foxy. Now, I actually never got the original Chica just because my friend Taryn had it, and when we used to make our plushie videos, he had it, so I didn't see a point of buying it. So I should probably get her just to finish like the actual original characters, but I do have these 3. I also do have a lot of duplicates and other like small trinkets for FNAF 1. I'm just not going to throw those in now. I'll throw all like the dupes and stuff in at the end, but something I do want to throw in is the brand new Jazzwares Freddy Fazbear. This is the only Jazzwares plush I have so far. Absolutely love these guys. I got him like the first day. There we go. I got him like the first day he came out in store, and then after that I went back and they were all sold out. So that is the only Jazzwares plush. That's all I have for FNAF 1. Unfortunately, I do not have Golden Freddy, which makes me very, very sad because he is my main guy. And then also another sad thing for FNAF 2, I only have 1 character, and that is this bootleg puppet. We have been using this in all of our videos for so long. This was the very first FNAF plushie I ever got. I absolutely love this guy. I don't know why, just he has this very special place in my heart, even over the Funko plush. I do not have any official FNAF 2 plushies. This is the only one I have, and I absolutely love this guy. He is beautiful, so we're going to definitely set him up over there. As well as for FNAF 3, I unfortunately only have 1 plushie, and that 1 plushie is Phantom Balloon Boy. I never got Springtrap, unfortunately. I really do want Springtrap. I'm still looking for Springtrap, but the only one I ever got was Phantom Balloon Boy. Never got the Phantom Foxy or anything, so he will go straight in with the rest of our other plushies. And of course, he is slightly off camera. Let's see if we can correct that. Okay, there we go. There's our first line and wave of plushies right here from FNAF 1 through 3. I know it looks really small. Just wait till we get to some of the later games. And once again, for FNAF 4, I only have 1 character, which might seem kind of unsettling, kind of sucky. All I've got is the FNAF 4 Jacko Bonnie. I've got 2 of these guys, so I do a stunt double for this guy. Yeah, he is still tagged and everything, so nothing crazy here. I used to have Nightmare Freddy. One of my friends did, so that's why I really never purchased the Nightmare characters. But yeah, once again, looks really small, but let's go to FNAF 5, aka Sister Location, where I've got a few more guys. Alrighty, for Sister Location, I've got 2 more, with the first one being Ennard, one of the main antagonists of the games. I also have a stunt double of him. Very, very cool. I unfortunately don't have the mess-up version. I only have the original version, which is pretty cool. And then one of my prized possessions, I've got the rare Lolbit. I bought this off of Macari for like almost $200. A very, very nice plushie. Unfortunately, it is not butt tagged or anything, but still really glad to own this one. This is one of the rarer FNAF plushies, and I'm very, very happy I was able to get my hands on this, and I do hope to continue collecting some of the other super rare ones. All right, up next, we've got the Pizzeria Simulator characters, FNAF 6, with the first one being our boy Rockstar Freddy, still with the tag on and everything. Very, very good plushie. This is kind of when like the quality of the Funko plushie started to decrease, and I think this one is a really good one. Definitely worth it. And then next up, I've got a boy that we like to use a lot in our old videos. I've got Helpy, a very cute, small little plushie. You can tell he's a little dirty. These white ones always get super duper dirty. And then to finish out the Pizzeria Wave sim, I've got our boy Pig Patch. I honestly really, really like this plushie. It's kind of just a little random one. Very different compared to like some of the other ones out here, but I still think this is a pretty good FNAF plushie. So I'm actually the biggest liar in the world. I was digging through the plushie bin, and I forgot I actually did buy the original FNAF 1 Chica. I forgot I bought dupes of all the original characters, so I was looking for a different line, and I do have Chica. So yeah, I guess Chica is going in here tagged and everything. I totally forgot about her. All right, now moving on, we move on to Security Breach. Now, this is kind of when I started taking like the plushie collecting seriously, as this is one of my biggest piles. We're also going to count Ruin in here as well, because I only have one of the plushies, which I only think they made one plushie anyways. But this is where I started to kind of take FNAF collecting more seriously, and I stopped going back and getting the old ones, and I started getting some of the newer ones. So let's kick things off with our boy Glam Rock Freddy, everybody's favorite dad in Five Nights at Freddy's history, still tagged and everything. This is a goofy plushie. This line is a very goofy line, and a lot of FNAF fans know that. But let's move on to the next one, the OnlyFans model herself, Roxanne Wolf. Once again, another very goofy looking plushie, even with her little mullet, but can't complain, can't complain. And then moving on from there, we've got our boy Montgomery Gator. Now, I won't mess up this time. I will let you know I do not have Glamrock Chica. I know that for sure. I ended up never getting Glamrock Chica just because one of my guys had it, one of my boys. And yeah, so I do know for sure I do not have that one. But something I do have is the Sun plushie. This is one of Funko's more recent plushies, a really, really good one as well. Happy they went back and finished this as a really nice plushie. So we'll go ahead and put him over here. And then next up, we've got the main antagonist of Security Breach. I've got Vanny with her very, very goofy looking plushie where she looks extremely baked. But yeah, not a great plushie to be honest with you, but it is here and we do have it. So that is pretty cool. And then I really thought I had the Moon plushie. I cannot find it anywhere. I'm sure later in the video, if I do find it, I will insert him in. But for now, I do have the Ruin Eclipse plushie. This is also a really, really nice one, more of a recent one, where it's like the destroyed half moon, half sun. Really, really like this one. This is like the only Ruin plushie I think they ever made, so that's why I just stuck him in here. And then for, oh, okay, then he just would fall over. That's amazing. Okay, well, 1 second.
One eternity later.
And then for funny ha-has, I did end up getting a bootleg Moon and bootleg Sun plushie. I got both of these in the video where I reviewed FNAF bootleg merchandise, so these are really stupid, really funny, but we're putting them in here. I do own them, so these are going into the collection. They're gonna just go in the very far corner where nobody can see their ugly faces. All right, now let's move on to FNAF AR and VR. So these are some of the more random obscure plushies I have. Starting with FNAF VR, I've got my boy Dreadbear. I really, really like this plushie. I think this is one of the really great FNAF plushies. He looks really good, even though his ears are a little floppy for some reason. This is a really great FNAF plushie. I really do like him. As well as we've got FNAF VR's Captain Foxy from The Curse of Dreadbear, Walmart exclusive, still got the tag on and everything. This one's all right. It's a more newer model of the Foxy plushie. Still really, really cool to have this one. And then for some of the AR ones, we got to kick things off with my boy. This plushie is really amazing. I've got Freddy Frostbear. I really, really like this guy. If you guys can't tell, I really do love Freddy Fazbear, and I've got a majority of his plushies and variants. And then speaking of Freddy Fazbear, another one I really, really like is I have like the candy or the chocolate Freddy from AR. Another really, really great one. I love this guy. I love the little bite taken out of his ear. Very cool detail. And then just some of the other AR ones I have is I have the System Error Toy Bonnie or System Error Bonnie. I think this one is, even though it's really Toy Bonnie. Nothing too crazy. It's an all right Frostbite plushie. And then I've also got the Frostbite Balloon Boy. I found this one in store at my actual, I think it was a Hot Topic, even though he's a Walmart exclusive, is at least what the tag says, but still really, really cool. And for some reason, he's got a really weird hump on his back. That looks so weird. Now, real quick, I want to go over the Fanverse, guys, because these are some of the best Funko plushies ever made. I know they're technically not FNAF characters, but they still kind of exist in the same realm and world, so very, very cool, and I do want to show them off, with the first one being Candy the Cat. Really like this guy. This is actually the guy I got most recently. This is one of my more recent FNAF plushies. Found him at a GameStop in a different area. Very, very cool. I really do like that guy. And then we've also got Pop Goes the Weasel, another really great plushie. I think this was the very first Fanverse one I got. Really, really nice. I really love these guys, as well as the Badger. I honestly always forget his name because I'm not really into these series, but these guys look amazing. I absolutely love these guys. I also just realized I missed another AR character with the Firework Freddy. This will tend to happen a lot in this video just because I have so many of these guys, but once again, this is another really cool FNAF plushie, and yeah, I love Freddy Fazbear. Alright, and for some just random like Funko crap, you know, they always give it to us. Balloon Freddy, nothing crazy about him, like the balloon on him, very, very nice, very, very cool. I've got Circus Foxy, another one just kind of like whatever, just throw him in there. And then also I've got Circus Bonnie, which was one of my favorite from this line. I like the little bells on his ears. Very, very cool plushie, and this is also a very, very soft plushie. So yeah, definitely throw those guys in. I think this is kind of a main majority of my collection. I'm going to do one last little dig through, and then we'll start throwing in like some duplicates and other good stuff like that. All right, let's start throwing some duplicates into this line. First off, I've got, like I said earlier, dupes of the original characters. This is actually the very first Freddy we used on this channel. You can kind of see all the wear and tear on him. Very OG classic Freddy. Then I've got dupes of both Bonnie and Foxy. Nothing crazy here. They're just the OGs. But I do have some duplicates of them just for other videos and such, so let me throw them in the line. And then also, speaking of other videos, I've got duplicates of both our version of the puppet as well as Ennard. These are more recent duplicates that I bought just a few years ago. Still have them tagged and everything, which is very, very nice. We're going to squeeze the puppet right in here. And then I also do have a duplicate of Jacko Bonnie. Like I said earlier, this one was a gift. 2 different people bought me it, which was very, very funny. And then I've got our weird bootleg baby Freddy, which is obviously just a dupe of like a bootleg Freddy. And then I've also got this guy, which I forgot about, which is a ginormous Bonnie. I forgot about him. He is huge on camera, but he is technically a duplicate. I don't know why I don't have him up in my closet with all the other big guys, but he is technically a duplicate of just Bonnie. So yeah, I do also have all these little, I think they're good stuff, I want to say, maybe not. Oh no, they're Funko. Okay. I've got a lot of these little Funko keychain characters. I can only find Bonnie for some reason, but I know I do have the whole set, which is like Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, I think. So I'll definitely throw Bonnie in here, but I cannot find the rest of him, but I definitely do have these little guys. And finally, I think the last of it, I have my newest merchandise in my collection that my amazing, beautiful girlfriend got me for Christmas. I've got all of the brand new Jazzwares, Fnaf Squishmallows. I've got Freddy. I've got Bonnie. And you'll see a better look at these guys when we do a full pan. I've got Chica. I've got our boy Foxy. And of course, my GOAT, the greatest FNAF character of all time, the very goofy looking golden Freddy. So that is a main majority of my FNAF collection. I have so much FNAF stuff. It's crazy. I'm sure I'm missing so many plushies, but I have my bins kind of sorted based off like the ways that we would film videos. Speak of the devil, as I'm digging, I find a little baby puppet keychain, so we'll definitely toss him in there. But I have so many of these guys. I mean, these bins are all sorted, like I said, based off like main characters in videos. And in the old plushie videos we did, we used more characters than just the FNAF one. So I can't find all of my FNAF guys, but I think this is the main majority of them. If you guys would like an overwide shot of these guys, it's literally can't focus on how many there are. There are so many FNAF plushies. I know there's guys who have so many more than this, but I still think this is a huge collection. So yeah, guys, I'm sure that's not the biggest collection you've seen. Like I said, I have so many plushies in general. It's just so hard to dig through all these. I know it's kind of dark, but there is a huge majority in this bin as well, which I got all the FNAF ones out of. But yeah, guys, this is the main majority of my FNAF plushies. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you always be notified. Let me know in the comments down below how many FNAF plushies you have, what your favorite FNAF plushie is, anything like that. And of course, with it being New Year's Eve, let me know your guys' New Year's Eve goal. Mine is to finally hit 1,000 subscribers. We are so close. We just hit 600. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just thought this would be a fun little collection. And like I said, I've got a huge FNAF collection. I know it's not the biggest collection ever, but this is still a lot of FNAF plushies. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces! Oh my god, what am I doing here?
Hey guys, Fnaf22 here. I know, you don't normally get to see my face. It's a very rare occasion. But I do just really want to express how grateful I was for everybody this year. Whether you're a new viewer or a returning viewer, thank you guys so much. I really didn't get to express that very much at the end of this video, but I'm just so grateful for everybody who tunes in, likes the video, subscribes, and leaves comments. I'm just very grateful for everybody. We recently hit 600 subscribers, which is crazy. This is one of the best years we've had on YouTube, which is really cool, and we are looking forward to hitting that goal of 1,000 subscribers and becoming a YouTube partner. I'm coming for it. I'm striving for it. This year, towards the end of the year, we decided to start uploading a video a week, and I've been trying to stay true to that, and I want to continue staying true to that going into next year, so I hope you guys are excited for that. But yeah, I'm just very grateful for everybody who watches the channel. I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's Eve and just an amazing New Year's in general. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one, and I will see you guys next year. Deuces.